You know you can shit yourself if you hold in your sneeze.
Hey, it's Rob. Welcome to Axel's Garage. All right, so we have a little communist situation going on here in New York, and yesterday my father-in-law comes over for his evening visit and starts talking about the supermarket. Right? It was the supermarket,
Yeah.
right? And about how there's no more plastic bags. King Cullen. There's no more plastic bags, and we got to use paper bags, and the whole bag controversy because bags are bad. Now, when I was a kid, you went to the supermarket, you got a brown paper bag, and those brown paper bags were then saved, and those were reused to cover your textbooks for school, right? Every textbook you got had to be covered, and you would make a cover out of the brown paper bag.
Yeah.
And some people had really shitty ones, and some people had really good ones.
I could guess what you have.
Right? I had good ones. My father used to do it, and they were nice and tight, and then you'd have to write with a magic marker. Not a Sharpie. We didn't have Sharpies. We had magic markers, and you'd write with a magic marker what subject it was on the book, right? So then they determined that paper bags were bad, that we were killing too many trees and forests by using paper bags, and we have to use plastic bags, because plastic is the new fangled thing. Plastics.
How much is arms jiggle?
Right? His arms do jiggle a lot. So anyway, you listen to the story.
That hurt your hand?
So now, right, grumpy Grandpa Ray comes over, and he's bitching about no more plastic bags starting March 1st. Right? Now, we have a stockpile of plastic bags in this house.
They always just appear. Like in our cupboard, they just always appear.
Well, those are the ones from the supermarket that we save, right? And we use for other things, but we do have a stockpile of them because of that Toys R Us closeout thing. We have more plastic bags than we could suffocate 1,000 people with our plastic bags. So now they determine plastic is bad, single-use plastic is bad, so you can't have a plastic straw. You have to buy paper straws that are in plastic sleeves. So anyway, Grumpy Grandpa Ray comes over complaining about the plastic bags, and then I go on Facebook, and Joe Trotta on Facebook is flipping out, which is the greatest thing. He wanted to go get coffee. He was out of coffee, watching TV at home, goes to the local supermarket, and they're like, yeah, starting March 1st, no more plastic bags. And he's like, well, what do I put my stuff in? They're like, well, we have to charge you for paper bags.
5 cents.
5 cents. You know, there's a reason for that. We'll get to that. So I could almost see his head starting to explode when they said, we're going to charge you for a paper bag. And then they said, you could buy reusable bags. So here's the New York State communism bag controversy, right? Get this. So March 1st, right, they're not allowed to give you a plastic bag to take the shit that you buy. So if you're a store and you sell stuff and collect sales tax for that stuff that you sell, you are no longer allowed to give your customer a plastic bag to take the crap home. You can put, like if you go to the supermarket and get cold cuts, or depending on where you live in the country, luncheon meat, that sliced meat that you put in a sandwich, that can go in a bag. You can still buy Ziploc bags. You can use a plastic bag to put your vegetables in at the supermarket and then tie it up, and you go and they weigh it and they charge you for it. That's all good. But once you get all your shit at the supermarket and you bring it to the cashier, now every single thing you buy in the supermarket can be in a plastic bag or a plastic container. But once you go and ring it up, they can't put it in a plastic bag for you to walk out of the store with. So you either have to buy. I'm looking at you because I'm talking to you too. So you either have to buy a reusable shopping bag, which my wife has about 700 of, and we always forget to bring them to like Costco or BJ's when we go there. Michelle, yeah. We're going to BJ's tonight. You want to start getting those bags together? See, there we go. Or they're going to charge you for a paper bag, and the reason why it's 5 cents.
Don't hit me.
The reason why it's 5 cents is because if they charge you more than 5 cents, then they have to charge you sales tax. So it's all about money. It's all about Emperor Cuomo and douchebag mini Mike Bloomberg and this nonsense. Right? Did Bloomberg's thing ever pass with the 32-ounce drinks?
No idea.
Like you couldn't buy a 32-ounce drink in New York City?
I don't follow politics.
Remember that? Like, I don't know if it ever passed. We don't live inside the city. But I would just go 31. I would, all right, here's 32-ounce cup. I'm only going to fill it. I'm going to shortchange everybody an ounce or two. And I'm not giving out 32-ounce drinks now. Screw you, Bloomberg, with your self-righteous anti-gun bullshit. He's such a douchebag. So anyway, the reason why I'm making this video for Joe is because, Joe, you'll be happy to know.
Joe?
Huh?
Sleepy Joe?
No. Joe Trotta. Joe, you will be happy to know that even though March 1st you can't get a plastic bag at your local Key Food store, when you come to my restaurant, I can still package your food and put it in a plastic bag. Because, as it just so happens, Grumpy Grandpa comes over, and then I see Joe's Facebook post, and I look in my email, and lo and behold, I got an email from the state because as a restaurant owner, they email me these things to make sure that I'm in compliance with the law. So here we go with regard to plastic bags, Joe. The way the law reads is in order to use a plastic bag, you have to be considered an exempt bag, right? This is a lot of jerk-off bull bag shit right here. All right? Used solely to contain or wrap uncooked meat, fish, seafood, poultry, or other unwrapped food, flour, or plant items. So you can get flowers in a bag. Used by a customer solely to package items from bulk containers, including fruits, vegetables, grains, candy, small hardware items such as nuts, bolts, and screws, so I can still get my nuts, whether they're nuts to work on the car or nuts to eat, in a bag, in a plastic bag. Used solely to contain a newspaper for delivery to a subscriber. So you can't go to the store and get something in a bag, but you can get a newspaper in a bag. Used solely to contain food sliced or prepared to order. Okay, here's the Joe Trotta one, and we're going to come back to this one. Sold in bulk quantities to a consumer at the point of sale that were specifically prepackaged in a manner to allow for bulk sale. For example, quantities of bags prepackaged in individual pre-sealed boxes. Trash bags, they're okay. Food storage bags like Ziplocs, snack bags, sandwich bags, they're okay. Garment bags, they're okay. Bags provided by a restaurant, tavern, or similar food service establishment. Joe Trotta, my restaurant. As defined in the state sanitary code to carry out or deliver food. Bags provided by a pharmacy to carry prescription drugs. Yeah, because they're allowed to use plastic. A reusable bag. A film plastic bag for which there is no reasonable or practical alternative for storing, containing or transporting the items as determined by the department. All right, so therefore, in summary, Joe Trotta's got two choices. Number one, when he comes to my restaurant, I'll put his food in a bag.
Isn't there a chicken? What's a white wine caper sauce?
Capers, yeah.
I work with a guy named Capers.
I know.
Or what I think is better for Joe Trotta is to go to a restaurant supply store, buy a large quantity of bags that you would have gotten at the supermarket prior to March 1st, and bring them with you every time you go to the supermarket. Just a handful in your pocket. You go to the checkout, and then you whip out your bags, and you bag your own groceries in your own plastic bags. The grocery store is not providing them. They can't stop you because once you paid for those groceries, that property is now yours. So they can't stop you from using your own disposable plastic bags. that is a great grumpy old man alternative. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to get my grumpy father-in-law a large quantity of plastic bags so that he could screw with the local supermarket here, and Joe Trotta a large quantity of plastic bags so he could screw with the local Key Food by his house. So that's our plastic bag video. Joe, this one was for you. Haven't seen you in a while. Hope everything's okay. That's it tonight from Axel's Garage. As always, thanks for watching.